fraud and on scamming people.
Pretty bad, yeah. Morally incorrect.
All right. There's no proof that Nate scammed anyone. I'm just saying.
There's no proof that
Shut up, please. The women themselves.
There's no proof that Barbara Bander's a man either.
The women themselves admitted that I never scammed anyone. Who was here when I held the live and the live was held and confirmed that no one was ever scammed? I just want to clarify so we can move on.
Wait, do you mean you have to have evidence?
Because these persons are just going to keep saying everything but actually debate the topic. So
No, I'm happy to debate the topic.
It's funny that now we're not in Showtime.
Both of you stop.
Wait. Listen. Before anyone says
No. Hold on. No, I'm being defamed and being told that I am a scammer. So I'm just clarifying that there was no scamming.
And I'm addressing it next. So what I'm going to say is any person who refers to that incident will just be muted and blocked because it's unneeded. There's no evidence to prove as such. It's just misinformation and defamation of Nate as well.
The same is true about Imani Khalif and Barbara Bander being men. That is disinformation, and there's no evidence. So can we also not use that?
That isn't disinformation.
It's defamation.
So, like I said, no, it's not. So there are inferences that we can use to determine.
There are inferences that we can use to determine whether someone's a scammer, but apparently we're not allowed to talk about that.
Very true.
Okay, the inferences were proven false by fact. So if you'd like to talk about
in Barbara Bander's case,
which is presented without evidence.
I'm not aware of Barbara Bander's case or whatever. I'm talking about Iman Khalif. Now, for Iman Khalif, right? What I'm saying is that do we agree that this person has been found with XY karyotype? I'm just confirming what it is that we know.
I've not seen a medical record of them, so.
Okay.
I can't confirm or deny that. I know the doctor says that they have a vagina, which
the doctors don't say that. No doctor has ever come forward to say that. The only proof that has been placed forward for Iman Khalif being female was a passport. That would reflect.
What proof do you have?
That would reflect. Sorry, I'm speaking. That would reflect a birth certificate typically. Now, from what I understand, right, the person was found to have had XY karyotype after gender testing by, I believe, the International Boxing Association. That was what was said to us. Now, there is a case, like I said, there is an argument for the person being male. That's what I've said. Right now, there is.
Sorry. Let me rephrase what I said earlier. There is an argument for somebody in this room being a scammer. Then let me rephrase that.
Yes, there is, but not all arguments are valid. Thank you.
Okay. So, I agree. Not all arguments are valid.
Right. So, yet again, the argument for the person being male, Iman Khalif, is that if they found the person has XY karyotype and has shown features of masculinization subsequent to puberty.
Have you seen this yourself? Then,
it could be. Sorry, I'm speaking.
I'm just asking.
It could be. Sorry, I'm speaking. So it could be a condition called 5 alpha.
Just asking if you've seen it.
Oh, sorry. Do I have to mute you again, or do I get to talk?
Well, could you answer whether you've seen it?
I'm not.
Hang on,
we'll
ask in a second.
I'm not finished speaking. So there could be a condition called 5 alpha reductase deficiency, which does affect the male sex, where the persons are actually observed female, however, later turn out to be male due to undescended testicles, right? Due to the lack of diatestosterone, right, they don't develop external genitalia, and so they have an outward appearance of that of a female. Those persons are often observed female, right?
Wait, later developed male?
I
thought you were like male or female from birth.
The words later developed male never came out of my mouth. I said they later are found to be male. So they have undescended testicles. However, diatestosterone is a particular hormone that is responsible during intrauterine development for the development of the external genitalia, meaning the penis. And so due to lack of diatestosterone, the external genitalia does not form correctly, and so there is an opening that resembles
Do you know whether a male...
Do I get to finish talking, or do you...
No, you've been talking for about 5 minutes.
So due to the lack of the external genitalia forming, it resembles a vagina at birth, and so those persons are often observed female. Raised as female, consider they do not have vaginas. They lack external genitalia. I said it resembles...
You're saying it's a man and she's got a vagina?
No, I didn't. Okay, this is where the straw man is. I said that it resembles a vagina due to the lack of external genitalia. So do you understand the difference? Do you understand the
the other
difference?
thing is,
Do you understand the difference? Do you see? This is why you can't get to talk because you keep interrupting me.
Oh,
I'm
well, actually,
responding.
Cog was speaking and you interrupted him. so-
Actually, no. You both interrupted me. While I
so
was
the
talking.
New York Times, just to clarify,
You both interrupted me. So yet
the Times did actually ask for documentation.
5 alpha reductase.
We're going to get dropped
I
again now
refuse
because we're
to
giving
supply it.
facts.
Do I get to finish talking, or are both of you going to keep interrupting me? So yet again, 5 alpha reductase deficiency, just to clarify, does not involve having a vagina. The lack of external male genitalia resembles a vagina at birth. I never said that they have a vagina. You're not listening.
Okay, can Cog come back in now, Edna?
Yeah, he can. Now that he's not
Wonderful.
done
Thank you for your
strawmanning.
permission.
What I'm getting from this is men can have vaginas so long as they're not called vaginas.
I didn't say that.
that's-
Stop
Oh my
interrupting,
God.
Nate. Stop interrupting.
Literally,
Cog's
I mean
speaking.
that is the position you hold. Like
That's
men
not
can have
what I
vaginas.
said.
Cog is speaking,
your
Nate. Let him
position.
finish.
Like either
That's not what I said.
either
Nate,
either
will you
Elaine
let Cog
Khalif
finish and stop
is
interrupting?
Chat, did I say men could have vaginas?
Well, you asked Nate to
Or
stop
am I just being
interrupting.
sorry? No, we're not going to tolerate
Deny
bad
Well,
faith.
stop with the muting. Come on.
denied that Elaine Khalif's vagina is.
That's not what I
Oh,
said.
so see, it's
cool.
okay
Can I
for
speak
Nate
now?
to do it, but
That's
not
Okay,
Yes,
so
no,
host, give
no.
someone else mod powers because this
no,
is just
because
abuse.
I'm just being blatantly misrepresented.
Like-
Like,
Oh, and when I
Can I
was
speak
being
now?
misrepresented, I wasn't allowed to speak.
you
Yeah,
can
literally.
only no.
So
if you're,
here's
if
the
you're
thing,
going
the
to
IBA
strawman, if you're
The
going to
IBA
strawman,
hasn't
I'm going
actually
to
provided the
interrupt you.
documentation of the sex verification test that they supposedly did, right? And the Russian Boxing Association, the Russian head of the IBA, Russia had recently been beaten by Elaine Khalif, and who was the other one? It was Lin was the name of the other athlete, and then basically, but all the media has been asking, hey, IBA, there must be some like record of this test that you did, this gender recognition test, and the IBA are like, no, you just have to sort of believe us. So like, there's not even any evidence that Elaine Khalif has a DSD. I'll tell you, the thing about women athletes is they look quite muscular, and people make the jump from that to they look like men. Right, just because Elaine Khalif is quite flat-chested for a woman, they're like, oh yeah, well obviously they then retrospectively do it up and she must have failed the gender definition.
And that's due to misogynistic stereotypes of
definition
femininity, right?
test because she looks like a man. But the problem is like Elaine Khalif is flat-chested. Yeah, Donald Trump isn't flat-chested. That doesn't mean that he's a woman. That's not how this works.
Well,
like,
my
you've got
argument-
to actually
you-
provide
you're
the
ju- you're
evidence,
just-
and extraordinary claims require extraordinary
You're
evidence.
just addressing-
Show me the medical evidence that this person is a man.
So you're addressing
Medical evidence, not rumors, not chasing rumors, not signs in the stars, not she's got a black cat, but actual evidence. But that's
Okay,
what I
so,
want to
so
see.
yet again, all of what you've done is address arguments that nobody made. I never said Imam Khalif was a man because he was muscular. I never said that. What I said was that there were reports of a
Rumors.
of Imam. No. A report. It's not a rumor.
There's a report that you're a scammer, but that's misinformation. right?
There's a report. No report was filed on me scamming, and I don't know why you keep addressing that.
Can
after you
reports
saw-
be fake?
After you saw one. Yes, they can, and I'm about to get to that.
Okay, so
yet again, so yet again,
you think
have
this is real?
have I ever stated definitively that Imam Khalif is a man, or did I say that I can infer that Imam Khalif is, and there are arguments on both sides
what's
of
an
the table?
inference?
Sorry, Neckley, can you
Yeah,
answer
what's
my
an
question?
inference? What's an inference?
Did I or did I not state that there are inferences that we can use
Yes.
to indicate that the person is male, or did I say that the person is male?
Yeah, so
for fact?
the main bit of that is not
And sorry,
inference. Is
do you hear me speaking? I fear you, Cog, and Kala are like legally deaf. Because when people are talking, or like dumb, I don't know which one it is, but when people are
I mean, you
talking...
keep
see-
interrupting us, so yeah.
I'm not interrupting. I was asking you a question and you didn't let me finish the damn question.
Yeah, because a part of it, you needed to make
Okay,
sure
so-
that you were
so-
using the
so-
term inference correctly.
Sorry. Oh, there's correct definitions for words? I didn't know that.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there's correct... who determines that words are correct now? I'm sorry. I didn't know there were objective definitions, Neckley. I thought you
Wait,
knew.
I
This
didn't
is
say
very-
objective.
This is
I said
okay,
correct.
so who determines...
Wait, do you
that-
think
Wait.
correct means objective?
No, I didn't say correct meant objective, but it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
infer
So then
that.
why did
So-
you try and say?
So how exactly am I using a word incorrectly if analytically I'm using it in that manner? I'm sorry, I didn't know that this is how language works. I thought the whole point was
I love
that
If you're
Where
using it in a
people
term
are
of
allowed to
reference,
just
by the
mute
way,
the
nice
opposition.
dodge, because now you don't have any evidence for the inference. But
I do
also,
have ev-
if
I
you're
do have
using a
evidence for the
term and
inference.
people
I do have
understand the
evidence.
term that you're
I do have
using
evidence for the inference.
in a subjective manner, it's still correct.
I do have evidence for the inference. I do.
Okay, so what's an inference then?
Sorry, are you going to answer my question?
Okay, what definition would you use for inference?
We'll
take you all the way back because this is very basic, like legal reasoning. So I'm going to take you back to like a law 101 class. Okay. So what's an inference?
Neckley.
Go on.
Neckley, answer my question, please.
No, you need to answer mine first.
No, I asked you the question. You didn't answer my question. What was my statement?
I didn't let you answer a question. I had a problem with your question, and I'm clarifying a word within that question so that you can understand what you're.
You haven't answered my question. My question is, what was my statement? Was my statement that Imam Khalif is male for sure, or did I say that there are inferences, right, that we can use to indicate that the person is male?
Yeah, so the main part of that is indicates, not inference, right? Whether you put an emphasis on inference. Inference is just the basis of evidence that you use to reach your conclusion. Do you understand?
My conclusion and the evidence that I have allows me to reach.
But also, if you don't know, why are you arguing this? Like, what's the point? Why would you not just go?
Like I said, what I'm saying is that there are arguments on both sides. So when persons are centrist, Neckley, they can state that there are arguments on both sides and point out the pros and cons of either argument. I'm not sure if
I would say this as well.
When I say, sorry, I'm talking. So when I say that there are arguments on both sides for Imam Khalif being either male or female, I'm simply showing the argument for the person being male. Now, if we grant it that the person was born with XY karyotype and was observed female and had no masculinizing features growing up, but somehow between the time of puberty and adulthood has shown massive masculinization beyond the typical, that is a 101 case of a condition called 5-alpha reductase deficiency. So that
Have you got any like medical evidence for this, or is this just?
Yet again, the evidence was the claim from the International Boxing Association, right?
Yeah, all I'm seeing are these unverified claims, because everywhere it says unverified.
Okay, is a
Can
man?
you give me like a source that's verified?
Yeah, is a man Khalif's?
This is not a source, but good try.
No, hold on, stop. Let me grant you that it is not. Hold on, it is not verified. It was a claim made. So I'm saying, granted that it is true, right?
Why would we just grant truth in this? Why the fuck would I do that?
Okay, hold on. Do we grant it true that Imam Khalif is female via the passport and the birth certificate?
But via the doctor's evidence,
no.
Being trans in Algeria is illegal. Like, you get put in prison for it.
I'm not alluding to the person being trans. So that's not.
I thought there was a doctor's report. No.
Yeah. Hold on. The doctor's report. No, hold on. Show me the doctor's report says Imam Khalif is female and where it was released. Can I see that?
Do you have that, Cog, or do you want me to pull it?
No, because it doesn't exist.
There is something that we don't have any evidence.
There is no doctor's report saying that Imam Khalif is female. This is why it's all speculatory.
So why are we?
I mean, how do you hang on? How do you get a passport without having like a doctor's report?
Pardon me?
How do you get a passport without having the initial, like, at birth you were this?
Right, and I'm saying that if the person is...
Wait, hang on, yeah, if at birth, right, they're identified as female,
there is a
how have they come out as male?
Okay, and I'm saying that I just explained what did I just tell you 5-alpha reductase deficiency was? Repeat what I told you.
Wait, I'm not going to go over the medical definition of stuff, but if you want, I don't know what that...
So then I'll answer your question. The way that a person can come out to be observed female at birth, but be male, is from a condition called 5-alpha reductase deficiency. The diatestosterone that is responsible specifically for the formation and the tightness of the male external genitalia is not present during intrauterine development, and so the external genitalia does not form. Therefore, an opening is left where the external genitalia would be that resembles a vagina. And so at birth, these males are often observed female, raised as female, considered female. However, when puberty or adulthood arrives, their testicles descend and begin producing androgen. Some of these people have even fathered children. An example of this is a person by the name of Caster Semenya, a South African runner who was also observed female at birth, ran and won medals in the Olympics, and was later found to be male and has fathered 2 children. So this is something that has occurred before in women's sports, that the person is observed female,
interestingly,
had female on their documentation, and is later found to be male.
So in 2018, the Olympics Committee actually changed the rules in response to Caster Semenya. So they actually made the adjustment. It was actually dealt with. The fact you're still mad about it just shows that you're caught up.
I am
with the
not
cultural
mad
war and
about.
you
I'm
don't
not
actually
mad
know what a
about
woman
Pastor
is.
Semenyo.
So here's the.
I am
here's
not
the
mad
thing.
about
Here's
Pastor
the thing,
Semenyo.
though. Okay, cool.
Why do you keep straw manning? Why do you keep straw manning?
You're definitely not angry. I'm sure. Okay, cool. So
Why
here's
do you
the thing.
keep straw manning?
Here's the thing that you need to bear in mind, though. The evidence for this, right? Even if everything you say in your analysis of DSDs is correct, and I don't think it's entirely correct personally.
Tell me where
have
I'm wrong.
disagreements more widely
tell me
on
where-
DSDs.
no, tell me where you disagree.
I'm referring to stuff more widely than
Tell me
things
where
you
you
specifically
disagree.
said here.
Tell me
But,
where you disagree.
Edna,
Tell
I'm
me
sorry.
where
You're
you
going to
disagree.
you're going to have to hear an opinion
Tell
that you
me
don't
where you
like.
disagree,
Dear
Hawk.
God.
Tell me
Edna,
where you
you're going to
disagree,
have to.
Hawk.
You're going to have to hear an
Hawk,
opinion that you
tell me
don't
where you
like.
disagree.
Okay?
Where do you disagree?
I like my evidence to match up with my theory.
Where do you
right?
disagree
I
with
like
my claim?
I like for my
Where do you disagree with my
Edna,
analysis?
to follow-
Where do you agree?
Stop
rather
muting
than my facts
people.
to follow
Where
my
do you
theory.
disagree? Where do you?
Oh my god, did you just kick Jasmine?
Yeah, because she keeps talking.
Wow. Wow.
You
She
just,
has
like,
been
randomly kicked
Stop
somebody. Oh
spitting.
Jesus
She's
Christ!
been nothing but kind, bro.
In the
You're
microphone.
Well,
Jesus.
Coast, I'm appeal directly to you now. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Address-
like Edna's fucking
address
out of
my-
control.
What is wrong about my analysis?
Remove host privilege.
What is wrong about my
Literally,
analysis of
oh my
disorders of
god!
sexual
Like no
development?
one can debate with Edna. Like you keep.
Tell me.
Jesus Christ!
Where do you disagree? Where do you disagree with
Oh
my
my
analysis?
God.
Yo, Jasmine should not have been.
So
No.
I disagree. If you shut the fuck up and let me talk. Jesus Christ!
Wait, before we need to at least state the rules of the debate because this is getting ridiculous.